Hey guys, here, right here, welcome to another track that I made yesterday on my live stream. This one's called The Long Stretch, another 16-man race. This one doesn't involve that many twists and turns, however, it consists of many roads where it does take a little bit of concentration and controlling of the car. So, here's the thing, on my live stream, I pretty much live stream every day. So, on there you guys can contribute to the tracks that I make, and also even join in the races after I make them to test them out and whatnot, and receive your feedback. So the Twitch link will be in the description below, or the top right corner. You can see there for yourselves if you're on the phone or whatnot. So anyway, basically I've made a total of 9 tracks on the PlayStation 3. I only have 1 on the Xbox right now. However, I did promise to make all of the tracks that are currently on the PlayStation 3 on the Xbox as well. As you can see, this race was pretty damn dirty. A lot of people were taking each other out. The first corner there was pretty hectic as well, because a lot of people don't pay attention to the minimap. And I even I gave a lot of people the opportunity to, at the start of the race, to have that long stretch, just to pay attention and not to keep accelerating after the first checkpoint. The checkpoint that had required you to turn. Unfortunately, not a lot of people do pay attention to the minimap, and it's important when you're racing to pay attention to a lot of things. Unfortunately, I didn't do that at this particular point. My entity was completely screwed up. I was getting pissed off, so I had to actually end up respawning at this point, because I didn't want to carry on in this state. So anyway, the point is, this is I've basically got a playlist in the description below. There's a link to the playlist to all my 9 tracks on the PlayStation 3. So if you guys want to add all of that in one go to your game, by all means do so, and obviously try them out for yourselves. Try it with your friend, whatnot, discuss it, whatnot, and let me know, give me your feedback. All the races, I intend to make them for non-contact. Obviously, when you look at these roads, it's pretty difficult to overtake, your opponents when it's contact like this. And that's understandable. There's obviously, it's going to be situations like that where you can easily overtake, because people just don't know how to turn right. But sometimes like that could get frustrating, because it's always a chain reaction to everything when it comes to contact. If someone gets in the way and you crash into them, the person from the back doesn't react quick enough and this crashes into you, and you think they intentionally did it. So there's always these little arguments that occur during the games, and I just find that absolutely hilarious, because sometimes you just expect it, some people don't, and it's just funny to listen to the conversations. So anyway, you can see there's a lot of straights here, there's a lot of smooth curves, smooth turns. But even though these turns look a bit simple, they do require a little bit of braking, a little bit of control with the car, and don't just expect to go full speed and assume you're going to go around the corner smoothly, because that's not going to be the case. For example, over here, there's a little bit of understeering involved. But regardless, this dude should have respawned with his car. So it's the thing, man, because everybody, look at that, he just went off the goddamn track, because everybody's got stocked up entity. The armor of the vehicle is pretty much 0%, I believe. So it is vulnerable to damage quite easily. So anyway, this part of the track, I'm sure you guys all remember from Dipping In, and this one sort of inspired from that. But it's awesome because you can see there some guy just goes flying off because he did not angle his car appropriately for the angle of the road. So he gets taken out. I'm currently 5th place, fighting for the first spot. So I'm just literally sweating it right now, as I've got this sort of clear path to try and catch up. And as I've said, man, my races, I leave catch up on and slipstream off, simply because of contact at this moment. Once contact becomes non-contact becomes available, then obviously catch up will be turned off, as well as slipstream, and might be putting traffic on. But then again, traffic can be an issue when it comes to the connection of the lobby, because it's weird. The traffic is supposed to be CPU, but even with that, there is still some issues from different people's perspective when it comes to the bandwidth and placings of the car. Some cars sometimes seem to glide on the road, so that could be a factor. So most likely traffic will be off. And as you see who's got the best skill to drive around these corners, especially this one. How fast can you go on this particular narrow, alley sort of this route? Because this is quite often where I tend to catch up a lot of people, because I hardly use my brakes at this point. And a lot of people seem to not have the confidence to to take that route as fast as possible. Some people tend to take extra care just in case, because slight little mistake you can easily flip your car over. But this is another loop-to-loop. I'm sure you guys are well aware of this. This is pretty much was the ending of twists and turns. But I wanted to add this in there. Yes, I understand for contact this could be an issue when you're coming in and colliding with the cars trying to turn into the road. But that shouldn't be a problem, as I said. Yet again, the intentions of these races that I make, it's mainly to do with non-contact. And yes, the races can get interesting and intense, especially for this race. You can see there's already 3 cars near the finish. Race is about an average of 6 minutes, depending on how well you do it. The fastest lap I did was 5 minutes 30 seconds, but that was individual solo lap with no competition. But this one, I managed to catch up to the front. I was surprised actually, because from all of that hectic start, all of that dirty crashing and whatnot, managed to pull it off. And these turns can mean a lot depending how well you can execute it. Especially imagine if catch up was turned off and you have 16 cars around this area, which is going to be highly unlikely, but you never know. There could be 16 skilled racers out there competing against each other, maybe in game battles, because you never know when once non-contact comes into play. That's when everything's going to be interesting, when non-contact becomes available. I managed to win that race, but I'm going to show you another race where it was a similar situation near the end, where we were battling it out. And I think the race I'm going to be showing you now at the end was even more tense than this. But after getting taken out from the start from the first phase and coming to win it was pretty awesome, I thought. But this was another situation where me and this dude were battling it out ever since the start of the race. It was pretty much me and him that went on. So I ended up crashing on an oncoming car slightly back before we turned into this route, and he did the same as well. So we're both on an equal stage at this moment. We're coming at the end of the race, and the final corner, what happened is he understeered a lot, and I braked so that I can cut inside to sneak that little victory there. But anyway, let me know what you guys think of this track in the comment section. Try it out for yourselves. I'll put the link to the playlist in the description below, so you guys can choose which track you want to try out and test. Remember, all the feedback is appreciated. I'm going to be making more tracks on my live stream, so stay tuned for that, and follow me on Twitter. Stay tuned for whenever I live stream, or follow me on Twitch, in fact, to get updated on that. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys soon. Check your son out. Good night. Peace. Yeah! Hey guys, welcome to another GTA 5 video on my channel. This is going to be another track that I'm going to be introducing to you guys. Currently published on the PlayStation 3, not yet on the Xbox 360, but I'll be eventually